Wrapping up day 3 at SEC Football Media Days, one day away from the Tennessee Volunteers. Hey everybody, I'm Vince Ferrara. What a group today. This morning, it was Alabama and Arkansas. I think the best set of two teams with their group of players all week long at SEC Football Media Days. You think of the three for Alabama, All-Americans, J.C. Latham, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Dallas Turner, all those guys first, second team All-Americans. And then Arkansas had a couple as well with K.J. Jefferson, arguably the best quarterback in the SEC, and then Rocket Sanders running back. Many analysts will tell you the best quarterback running back duo in the Southeastern Conference. So those guys did a great job today. K.J. Jefferson said he didn't have a relationship with Joe Milton. He didn't know him per se, but he does enjoy watching him. Talked about the arm talent. Talked about his intelligence as well and the football IQ he has. He really respects him and likes him as a quarterback. So, Alabama obviously fielding questions about the transfer portal and going younger at offensive coordinator and things like that for Nick Saban. Nick Saban amazingly was also asked, what is your hype music for the pregame before a game? And Saban was like, I don't understand the question. Probably hype threw him off. And he's like, I don't listen to music in the pregame. I know that's a shocker. Nick Saban doesn't listen to music before preparing for a college football game that he's good at doing. So anyway, he handled that just fine. And he's just so different when you see him in this setting from a lot of other guys. So that was the morning session. Sam Pittman talking about being at a concert and getting kicked off. They turned off his mic. So Sam Pittman, always very entertaining. He talked a little bit about the philosophy of the transfer portal, and basically it's a one in, one out type of thing, but you want to mostly have your roster still of scholarship players, and he's just kind of learning as they go along. Defense will be important for Arkansas this year. And, of course, Alabama. Will Alabama get picked to win the West? I think LSU is in a great position potentially to be picked to win the West, and that does not happen very often. And then the other two teams in the afternoon session were both from the SEC East, Billy Napier and the Florida Gators. A lot of the Gators players kind of a little bit more on the reserve side. Billy Napier certainly taking questions about the quarterback position and their battle there, and still building that program at Florida with those super high expectations. They want the results and they want it with style at Florida. And then Kentucky with Mark Stoops and how they have Devin Leary in there. Jimmy Himes asked some questions of Mark Stoops and how impressive Devin Leary has been. He says he has a chip on his shoulder, and he even said that there's some comparisons to Will Levis in terms of the arm talent. A number of the players that we talked to also at Kentucky said that Leary is a lot faster than you think. And then I did a one-on-one interview with Octavius Oxendine, who's a really good defensive lineman for Kentucky, and he said that Devin Leary, right out of the gate, took a leadership role. So a number of those guys, J.J. Weaver was raving about Devin Leary as well. So we'll see. I think that Devin Leary is an upgraded quarterback for Kentucky over Will Levis a year ago. Maybe he's got the skill sets of Will Levis. That's great. I think he's a better quarterback. He proved that at NC State, even though last year wasn't his best year on the field. We'll see. They do have some weapons there at Kentucky on that offense. And then also in my interview with Octavius Oxendine, he talked about how Tyler Barron is his boy. They're both in the same recruiting class. And then talked about another guy, many of them here this week have talked about the tempo at the University of Tennessee and what they bring to the table and how important the rivalry is as well. And then, of course, Jimmy Himes with a ton of interviews. So many of the different analysts from the SEC Network and ESPN, Heather Dinich and many others, Alicia Lang from the SEC Network, and many others that Jimmy got a chance to talk to, Sam Pittman from Arkansas. So you can get so much coverage on our website at 991thesportsanimal.com. We have videos there. We have audio of all those podcasts, a lot of really good interviews on our 2 afternoon shows as well with Tyler and Will, and then also with Josh and Swain. They talked to a bunch of different guys, and of course everyone was commenting about Tennessee. So you can check all that out on our website, our central page at 991thesportsanimal.com. Please support our sponsors that are there as well. They made our trip and coverage here possible. Tennessee goes tomorrow. Josh Hyde will be the last one in the main room. There's also Ole Miss and South Carolina going tomorrow. Will it be Lane Kiffin or Shane Beamer that takes a shot at Tennessee? I would favor Shane Beamer in that, but we'll find out tomorrow. And then, of course, a great trio in Joe Milton III, Mark Thomas, and Jacob Warren representing the University of Tennessee along with Josh Hopper. We'll have so much for tomorrow from that on Friday's show and then throughout our other local shows. And then tomorrow morning on Sports Talk, we'll bring you a ton of interviews so far this week. That'll wrap it up for day 3 at SEC Football Media Days here at the Grand Hyatt in Nashville. Thanks for watching. Thanks for going to check out all that content. We'll talk to you on the radio on 99.1, the Sports Animal.